To be an entrepreneur is to be involved in a complex enterprise. Complex enterprise. It feels great to say. What I mean is, running a business, there are a lot of moving parts. Sometimes you'll make big strategy decisions, like positioning, financing, inventory. There's also subtle stuff, like how you present yourself, how you engage people in your vision. It all ties together. The little stuff is just as important as the big stuff. I've talked a lot about what it is to be an entrepreneur. Being a good entrepreneur is managing all these moving parts. It's keeping a lot in your head. It's knowing how it all relates. You have to make quick decisions that balance everything. Branding is where it all comes together. Lots of people use that word now. It's mainstream. But there's a lot more to it than you'd think. First, it's got an odd history. When people used to talk about branding, they were talking about branding livestock, taking a hot iron, leaving your mark. Branding is quite literally making a strong impression. So it really makes a lot of sense to bring it into marketing. But I think it's narrow to only think of branding as a marketing project. Your brand, it's this total thing. Sure, it's your logo, it's your reputation, it's your mind share, but it's also the music playing when someone walks in. It's how someone greets you. It's what your store smells like. All of these details, they all make up your brand. Entrepreneurs managing a brand, they deal with it from top to bottom. Before I opened the store, I had a lot of ideas about the big stuff, but I wasn't in a place to make them happen. I didn't have the resources, so I spent time on the little things. I made sure the floors were swept, I got a good sign made, I practiced my greetings in front of a mirror. It's all part of the brand. I did even think about the smell. I got this mister thing and a particular cologne. It does add this special something. First work the angles, light a match. Next test the water, free the latch. Think, pick your poison, drown your fears. Don't wait for the cheers. Start, throw your caution, lose your shame. Quick, find a reason, play the game. Smile, know the answers, work the room. You'll bust till you boom. One idea can lead an army, but which you never can tell. Scream, do it once or do it twice. Search, find an ally, take advice. Run, grab your armor, don't be late, or leave it to fate. Stop, think it over, chew the cud, shake, roll the dice, it's clear as mud. Breathe, gain perspective, get a grip, there's no room to slip. One idea can lead an army, but which you never can tell. So you hustle and hope somebody will hang on or hold to or hear what you say. One idea. It's subtle, that feeling when something clicks. Mark said it's like a change in the air, like it suddenly got 1 or 2 degrees warmer. I can give you an example. When we opened, our foot traffic was very irregular. Mostly, we got people who were in the neighborhood for some other reason. I had a lot of polite conversations with people who weren't really interested. The first shift happened when we had a walk-in who looked like he'd shop here. It was just how he dressed, of course. The next shift was when one of these guys came in a second time. The real big moment I remember very clearly. We had this guy who walked in. He looked almost lost. He didn't look like he'd be a customer. But he went right in and started looking around. I didn't want to jump on him, be pushy or anything. I gave him a few minutes to get comfortable. Can I help you find anything? No, I'm okay, he said. He kept going on his own for a little bit. Finally, this t-shirt caught his eye. He picked it up. I tried to see what he was thinking about. That's a great design. We chatted. I showed him a few other things. He left. He didn't buy anything, of course. I didn't expect him to. I don't know. I just had this feeling that he came into the store on purpose. He knew a little what we were about. It wasn't his thing, but it interested him enough to make the trip. This was big. The other stuff, it just felt like marketing 101. But this made me feel like our brand might have legs. And I still think it might. We're in a crowded space, but people are responding. This is starting to become real. Things just keep picking up. Not to get ahead of myself, there's lots more to do. To be honest, the store is not as unique as our brand. Our inventory isn't unique. There's plenty of other places that have the same pieces. But this is only a beginning. Now that we've got momentum, I can start thinking bigger, acting bigger. The vision can get more real. I'm starting to look into some new designers. I found a few that are fresh, that make a statement. It'll help turn the store into the kind of place I always imagined. Your brand, it's always a work in progress.